You guys know why we're here today. Corporate's seen a few inconsistencies in the franchise, and we just want to cover that topic.
Yeah, we want to see where ultimately we can make some changes and make you guys more compatible in the long run to keep PUV subs running.
Yeah, I think that's great. Looking over some of the financials, I think we can definitely make some improvements with prepping and portioning of our foods.
Okay, so we've looked, and I think that we can make some changes with some prepping. So, if you guys are familiar with variability, it's what makes costs go up, and you lose customers because of a long wait time for a sandwich, let's say. So we're gonna try and cut down on some of that. So there's 3 types of variability we can look at. There's input variability, and that, is in the prepping of our food. We can make sure that we check each item for quality every morning, making sure that it matches up to our standards. We can put the list up in the prep area so you know every morning if each item is meeting up to our standards, because ultimately we want to make it more consistent and that you guys don't have to rework or scrap any of it because the quality is bad. Because we don't want that getting out to the customer. So for activity variability, we can make several standard operating procedures that must be done in the morning, like have a certain amount of tomatoes, a certain amount of bags of fries by the fryer, and a number of items in each place to make sure that they're there so you're stocked for the shifts. You don't have to run back and forth to dry storage or to go to the fridges. And just so in those peak times, it's just important to get that in so we don't have to lose that time so we can be making more food and getting it out to customers faster. And lastly, for resource variability, we can look at some item menus that maybe you guys tend to rework a lot because and maybe see if it's even worth keeping on the menu. Because by ultimately cutting down on these 3 types of variability, we can hopefully reduce longer than expected wait times so we don't lose the customers because we would not want to have that loss of goodwill. The cost of wait time is goodwill, which means they'll probably end up going somewhere else in the future and we'll lose that customer, which we don't want.
Yeah, sounds great. I think we've got some room for improvement. I'm excited to get started.
Cool, sounds good.
Alright, so now we're looking more into the portioning process. So to streamline the portioning process, we're going to focus on a few of the main entrees, first being the cold cut sandwich. To more effectively portion this, we're first going to take the bread and we're going to cut it into 12 equal slices, roughly 3/4 to an inch thick. After that, we will prepare the meat ahead of time. So using the meat slicer, we will cut the slices into equal slices, weighing them out to roughly 6 ounces. And then we will take wax paper and separate these. This will keep the meat pre-portioned, so during rush hour you don't have to re-weigh the meat for each sandwich. This will help cut down on variability and also increase the quality of the sandwich. We will also do the same thing with tomatoes, lettuce, pickles, keep everything pre-weighed and pre-portioned. In addition, we will use condiment containers. When you squeeze them, they will distribute an equal amount of mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup for each sandwich.
Yeah, and ultimately, we're just doing this because to cut down on costs. When we have everything kind of weighed out and packaged, it can really cut down on if you're using too much and too little. And that, those times where you take more than you're supposed to, they really add up.
Yeah, I think it will make significant savings. I'm curious to see how much.
Alright, now that you've had a few weeks to look this over, what are some of the ideas you came up with?
Okay, so to achieve our goals to make our pizzas absolutely more profitable, we have several strategies. First, we'll meet up with our staff to make sure everyone knows our goals and know what they should do for making everything straight. And next, we will carefully choose our suppliers to make sure our quality of our foods meet our standards. And we'll also choose the suppliers that may provide us pre-portioned foods that may reduce the time for portioning. And in addition, we'll post a board on our prepping area so make sure everyone knows and they can remind themselves of our requirements. And we'll also place the scale and meat slicer next to the cutting board to increase efficiency and also create a streamlined process. We'll also continuously monitor our costs through the resources so we know if standard process is helping us or if we need any more improvements. We'll also continuously collect information from our staff and the customers for food that takes long time to prep or long time to wait. So we decide to rework the items so make it more quicker.
Sounds like you guys put a lot of thought into this, so thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we haven't seen you guys in a while, so we would love to kind of dive in and talk about improvements have taken you guys.
Our investment has been very good.
Good.
Our kitchen staff have found that we don't have to run dry storage or the fridges as much due to our new processes. Our staff has noticed that it is being really stressful when we are at peak times of business throughout the day, and here are some of our results. You can see our results come from reducing variability on our food making processes, and we were waiting about 10 to 15% of the cost of food. We made standards that include upgrade rating of ingredients such as meats and veggies. Also, to reduce variability during the making time, we originally made food with 2 cooks, but we changed making standard, which is dividing 2 cooks into 1 cook for preparation and 1 cook for portioning. Those changes result that we can save 10% of cost, and we have also reduced the customers' wait time by 50%.